All right. Well, good evening, everyone. I'm Bette McCarthy. I'm the chair of the Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic Committee, and I wish to call this meeting to order. This meeting of the Old Kings Highway Historic District Committee is being recorded and broadcast on the Town of Barnstable Government Access Channel. And in accordance with Massachusetts General Laws, Chapter 30A, Section 20, the chair must inquire if anyone else is recording this meeting, and if so, they must make their presence known. Okay, so to all persons deemed interested or affected by the Town of Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic District Act under Section 9 of Chapter 470, Acts of 1973, as amended, you are hereby notified that a hearing will be held tonight on the applications listed on the agenda for March 12th, 2025. This meeting will be handled remotely, and we'd like to remind all applicants and audience members that we are an elected volunteer committee and that we follow the guidelines of the Town of Barnstable Old Kings Highway Historic District Act. And any applicant or interested party who's aggrieved by a decision of the committee, they have a right to appeal the decision to the Old Kings Highway Regional Historic Commission. We ask that during this evening's proceedings, all cell phones be turned off and conversations other than those before the committee take place outside of this remote meeting. And when an applicant is called, we ask the applicant and all interested parties to identify themselves. And lastly, as best practices for meetings that are held remotely, where we may not be able to identify whoever is speaking, we ask that all committee members, participants identify themselves before making any motion or comments. And online audience members wishing to participate during the public comment section of the meeting, they can use the raised hand button to notify the chair. And dial-ins audience members wishing to participate during the public comment section of the hearing should press star 9 on their phones to notify the chair. And all participants will be muted, and you must be recognized by the chair in order to participate. So our first order of business for this evening is to do a roll call. So the first member is Leslie Wallace.
Here.
Ryan Caholen.
Here.
Wendy Schuck.
Here.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. Here. All right. So our first order of business is for a continued application for Susan and Richard Bloom, 2644 Main Street, Barnstable, map 258, parcel 006. This was built in 1840. And they are requesting an installation of flush-mounted solar system on the west side. Apparently, this applicant wishes to discontinue their application at this time. So we need then a motion to accept their request to discontinue their application.
Okay, this is Wendy Schuck, and I move to accept the application withdrawal request without prejudice for Richard and Susan Bloom, 2644 Main Street, Barnstable, map 258, parcel 006, built 1840.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And we need a roll call vote on that. Leslie Wallace.
Aye.
Ryan Caholen.
Aye.
Wendy Schuck.
Aye.
And Bette McCarthy, aye. So we do not have any other applications, which is highly unusual. So We will go on now to minor modifications. And we have one for Jennifer and Daniel Odula of 32 Mid Pine Road, Barnstable, map 350, parcel 024, built in 1997. And they wish to install 4 additional roof-mounted solar panels, change the rear garage window to a pass door, and to add a skylight in the rear north face of the house. Now, the committee had approved this certificate of approval was January 22nd, 2025. So is the applicant available to discuss their modification?
Hi there. My name's Diane Addison, and I am here as the solar installer for the Ojulas. The homeowner had a conflicting meeting in another town tonight. So,
Okay.
um,
So would you like to describe the modifications?
yeah, just simply because it's going to be an all electric home. When we were discussing the size of the original system that he had gotten approved for his new construction, we thought maybe it would be best because it's pretty cost prohibitive to, it's just more expensive to add on later. So we figured it was best to add the solar panels now, and whatever energy he can't use, he can allocate to his house. So that was the reason why we added the extra 4 panels.
Okay. And then the other changes.
Yeah, he told me about those. They're in the back, so you can't see them from the road. I think it's just the skylight he added, and the door was previously, I believe, a window, and he just wanted to make it a pass-through door.
Okay. All right. Committee comments. Leslie, would you like to discuss this?
I'm not worried about the back's fine. The solar 4 panels on that, yes, right there. Well, they're uniform. How far back is this house from the road?
It's a good ways. There's
Yeah, that's what I
also a
thought.
couple of big white pines on the road.
Yeah, okay, yeah, it's coming
And the
back.
other thing too, I suppose I should point out, is that because this is new construction, we're going to install the conduit. We're going to pre-wire it and install the conduit. So you're not going to see conduit going from one array to the other. So it's good. It's just going to be, they're going to look neat and tidy without the gray conduit connecting them outside.
What's the color of the roof?
The color of the roof is,
I think it's charcoal, it says, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's dark.
Yeah.
I believe it is. The homeowner came to the first meeting, so I wasn't there for that, but I think it is going to be dark.
Yeah. Okay, so they won't show up all that much.
No, and it's just going to be one smaller rectangle next to the larger.
Yeah.
With no conduit.
Yeah. All right. Fine with me.
All right. Thank you. Leslie, Ryan, would you like to comment?
I think I agree with Leslie as far as the changes to the rear. The additional rectangle. What's done is done on the main roof, so I don't take any exception to the additional panels. I'm good.
Okay. Thanks, Ryan. Wendy?
Yep, I agree with Leslie and Ryan and really don't have anything to add. It's not on Route 6A or a scenic road. It's kind of, tucked away. So I think the changes are fine.
Great. Thank you. And this is Pat. this property is significantly back off the road and obviously would very little would not be visible at all, barely visible. So I don't have any issues with this at all. On a minor modification, do we check for public comments or not?
This is Erica Brown.
when-
No, we don't
we-
need to because we don't have
Okay.
to open a
All right.
public hearing for this.
Very good then. So why don't we then have a motion to accept the minor modifications?
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the minor modification application for Daniel and Jennifer Ojala, 32 Mid-Pine Road, Barnstable, map 350, parcel 024, built 1997, as submitted.
Brian Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Brian Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy. Aye. So modifications are approved.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome. All right. The next item are for extensions. So we have a request to have an extension for Maura and Stephen Orr, 55 Hilliards Hayway, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 047, built in 1986. And they requested to construct an addition of new dormers on the front of the house while preserving the district's character, and a renovation of a rear deck, an addition of a screen porch and deck above within the existing structure. So we don't need to discuss, to have the applicant discuss this. We just need a motion to extend.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the request for extension for Stephen and Maura Orr, 55 Hilliards Hayway, West Barnstable, map 136, parcel 047, built 1986.
Brian Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Brian Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy. Aye. So we do not have any other items. Let's see. Actually, I will mention that we are going to have a builder, a contractor join our committee, and that is going to be Brian Burbick. He will be joining after he's appointed by the town, and apparently that could possibly take about 2 months for that to take effect. Following his appointment, we will have a training session. The attorney responsible for the whole Cape Old Kings Highway will have some kind of a training session, possibly at the West Barnstable Fire District building. And he actually listened to some of our recordings and has a few issues to discuss with the committee, as well as bringing some of the newer items that have passed. So we will get an update on those things. And also he will caution us about some of the issues. We must be extraordinarily careful about how we handle things, because being the chair, I'm often involved in other hearings, and sometimes the committee issues can be brought up and they can be challenged. So we must pay strict attention to our requirements. So the next item will be for our minutes. The minutes of January 8th, 2025. Has everyone had an opportunity to review those?
Yep, I did. No edits from me.
Yeah, I didn't.
I couldn't see anything, but I can never remember.
Nothing
Okay.
from me.
And yeah, I reviewed them and I didn't see anything at all. So, so then we need a motion to accept those.
Yep, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the minutes from the January 8th, 2025 meeting as submitted.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. So the next minutes for our approval tonight is February 12th, 2025.
No edits from me.
No.
Nothing from me.
Ryan?
Nope. Nothing.
No. And the same for Beth. I did not see anything at all. So we need a motion to accept those.
Okay, this is Wendy Shuck, and I move to approve the minutes from the February 12th, 2025 meeting as submitted.
Ryan Caholen, I'll second.
Thank you. And a roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. So our next meeting dates are March 26, 2025 and April 9th, 2025. So with that, this might be the shortest meeting
Ever.
Oh,
Motion to adjourn?
all right.
Second.
Thank you. Roll call vote. Leslie Wallace,
Aye.
Ryan Caholen,
Aye.
Wendy Shuck,
Aye.
and Beth McCarthy, aye. So thank you all very much. Thank you, Erica.